Hey everybody, it's Lyne't. I had to go live because I had several questions asked of me today. But the funniest one, I don't know if y'all remember when I did that video like probably about a month back, I'm not sure, of I just love that my gray is coming in. Excuse me y'all, but I love it. I colored it and I'm mad I colored it. But anyway, I did a video about a month ago, and it was talking about women and taking care of your body and things like that. And one of the ladies took my advice of taking care of her body. And so she called me. Gentlemen, please excuse this conversation, but it's going to be real. The lady called me and she said, I just got off the phone with her. So I'm not going to say your name and embarrass you, baby. Don't think I would never do that. I never breach somebody's confidence. But she's called me and she said, Lene, remember those jade and jade Kegel balls that you told us to get? And I said, yeah. She was in the store and she had, so gentlemen, these are very healthy for any woman that you're with. Make sure, because we women, as we age, if we do not get, oh, okay. I'm asking, can y'all hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if you can, because someone's saying it's very low. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna take it off. Can everybody hear me now? Just put some, okay. But anyway, men and women. I advise people. I have 6 children, and I've been told by people that I haven't experienced it because I keep everything tight. But I've been told by people that as women get older, their entire vaginal canal will fall out if they don't keep it healthy. So I did a video, I think it was a month back, that talked about sex and things like that and telling women how to tighten their vaginal walls. One of the ladies just called me. I'm sorry if you're watching. I'm not gonna call you out. I can't y'all, I'm not mature enough for the conversation I just had. She calls me and she ordered the I'm looking for mine. She ordered the Benoit balls that were stainless steel. I told her to get the jade eggs, but she ordered the Benoit balls that were stainless steel in order to do exercises. And I don't know where my box is. I think I just have the box because I was going to show it to all the ladies, but I can't find it. Well, anyway, she ordered and she was just in the store probably about, she said, an hour ago. And you're supposed to walk around with them inserted, and you're supposed to contract your vaginal walls. This stops everything from being painful. One thing we're never told is that as women age, sex is really painful. And so that's why older women, you know, some older women, not all, some older women get away from having sex because it's very painful. A lot of people don't tell you all that. So, anyway, she had her Benoit balls. I'm not mature enough for this, y'all. I'm gonna get it out. She was in the store and she's wearing a pair of shorts and a regular pair of underwear, but she's not fully. You start with the larger balls and you work your way to the smaller ones. She's not fully, she fully doesn't have muscular control like she's supposed to. And she's walking in the store and one of the balls fell out. And to the men, it looks like a ball bearing. One falls out and it rolls down and hits the floor. And a man behind her picked it up and said, "Oh, this is a real nice ball bearing." I'm not ready. I told y'all, I'm not mature enough for this conversation. But what I want to say is, women, if you cannot sit down, if you cannot stand up, you cannot lay down and then stand up with the ball still inserted, you have to, it's mandatory. You have to get the jade egg or you have to get the Benoit balls. You have to, because and I ask every woman, and I don't know why people are so afraid to walk in, what do they call these intimate stores. We're grown. All of us didn't have sex. So there should be no need for you to be afraid to walk in those stores, because you're not going to find jade eggs or Benoit balls at Target and at Walmart. That's why so many women don't know about it. But our health is essential to us. It's our health, and so many women are getting hysterectomies and things like that. And I'm not saying that comes from not keeping yourself together. I don't know where it comes from. Excuse me while I turn my fan, y'all, because I'm refusing to turn on air. So but anyway, I don't, let me know if y'all can still hear me because I got my fan on. But we have to take care of ourselves. This is a woman who's in her 40s, and this woman in her 40s, her vaginal walls are not strong enough to hold in balls. And I just had my package. I don't know what I did with it, but I just had it. If I can show you all, I don't know what I did with it, y'all. So, oh well, I must have misplaced it, but because I wear mine every day. But I get the real pretty ones. A lot of people get the stainless steel ones. That's fine. I wear glass, glass or jade. That's what I like to wear. But we have to do this. Men, the best gift you can ever get the woman in your life, your girlfriend, your wife, fiance, whoever, the best gift you can ever get her are Benoit balls. You start with the bigger ones so that she can learn how to control and contract her muscles. So the best gift you can ever get her are Benoit balls or a jade egg. Jade eggs, she has to charge them in the moonlight and things like that. But you want to make sure that she has reproductive health. Even if she's had a hysterectomy, she still needs to be able to control her vaginal muscles. That's like, and I will say this to the men who are watching, that's like you all just having no control whatsoever of your penis. That's not okay. It's like it being, you won't be able to get it erect at all, period, and you're young. That's a sign of mishealth. So the reason why I'm having this, I laughed at her and she got upset at me. And I didn't mean to laugh. I don't even think she go watch this video because she probably think I'm gonna say her name. And she kept saying, "You better not say my name." Why would I do that? That's embarrassing. You don't do people like that. I wouldn't want anybody doing me like that. But she has the larger balls. I told her to start with the larger balls. And she was walking in the store. Ladies, wear leggings, wear, what do you call those? Support briefs. Not old lady support briefs. I'm talking about the Spanx kind over your underwear when you're wearing these things. Because if you don't have muscles, they're going to fall out. I can run with mine in. But if you don't have, I work out with them in. That's how tight I keep my muscles. So if you don't have muscles and some man has, he thinks it's a ball bearing. I'm sorry. This man done picked this thing up. So now he's going to try to use it in whatever is missing a ball bearing. I'm not mature enough for this. He's going to try to use this thing in whatever is missing a ball bearing. I am weak. When she called me and she's terrified, I said, well, did he see it come out of your pants or anything? She said, no, but it hit the ground and rolled. And before I could turn around and go get it, that man said, oh, that's a real nice ball bearing. Okay. I'm trying to stop. So when you buy them, I'm trying, Ray. I'm trying. Okay. When y'all buy them, and Ray, your queen has a baby coming. So that should be her gift, definitely from you, after having her baby. Anyone who's just had a baby, anyone who is pregnant, especially when you're pregnant, because I didn't find out, I think until my first two kids, I mean, they were very easy pushes. Those kids were simple as pie. I think it was my fourth baby that I found out how, when keeping those muscles really tight, that is the secret to fast, easy, swift deliveries. It is the secret to quick recoveries. That's the reason why moms who have 1 and 2 kids their body recovers a whole lot quicker than the moms who have more children. That's the reason why you'll see, and we learned this in med school, when you see a woman and her lower pooch is hanging forward, and the women are always in the gym trying to get rid of that lower pooch. That's not external. Yeah, you'll see a woman that's completely slim and she'll still have a lower pooch. That's because her muscles, her reproductive muscles, are not tight on the inside. So that's something that you can't even fix from the outside. You can diet, you can get a 24 pack, which I know is not possible. Probably is, you never know. But you're still going to have that pooch because that's an inside thing. That tells you that she needs to get up in there. She needs to do weighted Kegels, which means put the, for a certain amount of time, you insert your jade egg, and at the end of the string, you could tie a little washer to add a little bit of weight, and you can add more and more washers at the end of the string. And you can sit or you can stand, and you do your contractions. You contract and you hold, and then you let it go, and then you contract and you hold, and you'll get used to walking around like that. I use the Benoit balls for walking around, though. I don't use the jade egg for walking around. So I use the Benoit balls every single day. It's necessary. When I ran my transportation business, Daryl, see, Daryl, I just keep telling you I'm not mature. Girl, he definitely kept it. Daryl said, do know that all men and boys love steel ball bearings. Tell the ladies to hide their balls, because if the boys find them, they will keep them. He definitely kept it, and she's horrified right now. But I use the Benoit balls, which are just, mine look like, I get the pretty ones. So mine look like I went to the marble plant and had some made. But they're really pretty. They're smooth. They're glass. I have flowers on the inside. Things like that, just because it makes you feel pretty. But I just don't like the stainless steel look. If I'm gonna have to carry some up in there, I want it to be pretty. But you have to okay. And see, Daryl, that's the reason why I hide them, because mine are so pretty. I think my sons will play marbles with them, so I have to hide them. But we as women, we have to have reproductive health. Even in women, even if you've had a hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy, you still need to keep your vaginal walls very, very tight and functionable. And I have said this before, and I will say this again. You should be able, a lot of women are, and I don't know how to put this except for the only way I can put it. A lot of women are resorting to oral sex to please a man, when you could do the exact same thing with vagina. Exact same thing. Me and my daughter, we have this conversation all the time, and she's like, Mama, I don't have to do all of that. And I'm like, yeah, you got that from your mama. You don't have to do all of that. But you should be able, your vaginal walls, you should be able to manipulate your vaginal muscles in the same manner that you can manipulate the muscles in your hand and the muscles in your mouth. Now, ladies, if you cannot do that, that means that you do not have good vaginal health. That means that you're going to put yourself in jeopardy of incontinence, because as you get in your 40s, there are a lot of women who will tell you, once you get past 39, a lot of women like, let me go to the bathroom while I'm standing here. I can hold it all day long if I have to. But a lot of women will say, let me go to the bathroom while I'm here, because they cannot hold. They have incontinence, urinary incontinence. We have to take care of ourselves. A lot of women focus on getting the weight off. A lot of us focus on our skin, our hair. But we forget the most important thing is to make sure that our vaginal health. I've talked to women, like I said, I had a transportation business. Daryl keeps making comments. Got me cracking. Because I keep picturing this man keeping this thing thinking it's a ball bearing. Anyway, I had a transportation business, and you would be surprised how many women over the age of 40 I took to the doctor because they told me that their entire vaginal floor dropped out. That alone, I was in my 20s when I had this transportation business. It was in 2003. So 2002, 2003 through 2006, I think I closed it down. So that would have made me like 28 up to 31. But that terrified me when these women were saying, yeah, baby, and you young, so you better keep it tight and right, because if you don't, when you get my age, that's why I'm going to the doctor, because it fell out. And I'm like, it fell out? How did it fall? And they said it just literally comes inside out. And you're grabbing yourself while you're sitting on the toilet, after you're done using the restroom, you have to grab yourself and insert it back in there. And to see them describe it was the most terrifying thing I think I'd ever witnessed seeing in a woman's eyes, besides describing something terrifying. But they say you don't know what's going on. And then talking to the women who've kept themselves up, the women in my elders in my family, my grandmother, my mom's mom, and my mom's grandma on her dad's side, but my mom's grandma on her dad's side taught my mother's mother, even though that was her daughter-in-law, she taught her, you have to keep everything in there tight. You have to do your exercises down there and keep your muscles going, because they said that if you do not keep your muscles tight vaginally, and this terrifies me because I'm a very sexual person, they said sex is painful once you get to premenopausal and menopausal. All jokes aside on that one, I couldn't imagine being in a relationship where you love your spouse. You absolutely love your spouse. And then you're afraid to let him touch you because it's so painful. And I have heard, not just from the transportation business, but also from having a beauty salon. And I've had intimate talks with people when I used to just have one person in my chair at a time, one person in my entire salon at a time. I've had intimate talks with women who have said premenopausal and menopause, the pain from sex is so bad that they cannot even find a way to be intimate because they're terrified of the pain. So women, I was always told that forewarned is forearmed. I am forewarning everyone now. And even if you're in the menopausal or premenopausal stage, Daryl, I'm gonna ignore your comments because I'm ignoring your comments while I'm talking for now. But but if you're in the menopausal, premenopausal, whatever, get jade eggs for sitting exercises, or for standing in your house, and you get the little washers. You can go to Home Depot. There is is it a True Value on over there by KU? It's a big old humongous building. I know it's not a Sutherland's. I think it's a True Value or Ace Hardware. And they got every size and weight washer, nut and bolt you could ever want. So if you start getting accustomed to the weight, you just keep adding more and more weight. And they say use unflavored dental floss, because dental floss is strong, and you just thread it through your jade egg. The Benoit balls, you want to start out with the big ones. The reason why you want to start out with the big ones is because you're going to lose the little ones. You're going to lose $30, or I think they're like $24.99. I haven't bought any in a while, but you're going to lose $30 or 20 something dollars because you're going to insert the small ones, and as soon as you stand up, they roll out and you don't feel them. Not to mention the fact that she lost an extra large one. She lost a large one. So, and this man thinks it is a ball bearing. He has this woman's Benoit ball at home with him right now, and he's thinking it's a ball bearing. I wonder if his wife is going to recognize it. But anyway, that is how you keep your vaginal health. Vaginal health also keeps a lot of youth in you. Everywhere I go, when I meet people, they always say, I can't believe you're 42. Well, yeah, I attribute it to, because my entire family looks really young, but that is one of the secrets of our family. So I attributed my youthful look to keeping my reproduction health. I do attribute it to that, to keeping a reproduction health. Because if you do not, ladies, so much will go wrong. We spend money on hair. We spend money on food that we like. We spend money on nails. We spend money on shoes, whatever. If I could tell you anything. And ladies, stop. Okay, I'm going to say this again because I saw this again. And this irritates me to my core. We all are adults. All of us adults. I've never met, me personally, I've never met anybody over the age of 30 that was still a virgin. The one who was still a virgin under 30 was like 25. And then she stopped that before she turned 26. So that being said, majority of us have had sex starting in our 20s. Number one, you men and women, wrap it up. Stop being afraid to walk in there and buy the big old 24 pack of condoms, because I keep some on deck. Don't never know when something's going to happen. I'm in a dry spell, and I'm choosing to be in a dry spell, but I keep them because I never know when something is going to happen. But you all need to wrap it up. You need to be careful. You need to get tested. You need to know your status, things of that nature. But then the only place that sells these things is on Amazon, different websites, or the stores that people are so scared to walk in. We all are adults. Ladies, your reproductive health matters. It matters. And I just want to stop you all from being like some of the women who I've spoken with. God has blessed me to speak with women who've had issues. There's a very well-known woman in Kansas City, very well-known. And she and I were sitting in a salon, and it was just me and her. And she was telling me how painful, how much she loves her husband, but it is so incredibly painful to even be intimate with him, that their intimate life has gone downhill. And I was talking to her about, I don't know if she ever did it or not, about getting the jade eggs and walking around with the Benoit balls and to build those muscles back up. Because we know that when you can control things and when you're stronger, that muscles don't, it gives you more control. So then it won't be, you're not just, it gives you control. And it breaks my heart to know that a lot of women are scared. You will, if y'all ever see Lyne't walking out of a Ray's playpen or the place on 40 Highway or Cirilla's or Priscilla's or whatever they want to call it now, just know I'm in there picking out some more Benoit balls. They don't sell jade eggs though, but I'm in there picking out more Benoit balls. Daryl said, I'm going to be serious now. This is a discussion that adults are afraid to have. As men and women get older, their bodies secrete less during sexual intercourse. That's true. The skin sometimes tears during sex. That is absolutely true. Men who are uncircumcised usually get circumcised in older age because of tearing, which is painful. Older people will have to use a lubricant to minimize tearing. Absolutely. Daryl hit the nail on the head, because you secrete less. But I'm going to tell you, there's a way to fix your secretions. Stop eating as much meat. I'm not a vegan Nazi, but I will say having a majority plant-based with a lot of flax or a lot of chia or what's the other one? You want a lot of healthy fats like avocado and walnuts, and you want to be able to cut back on your meat and make your vegetables and your, I don't do as much fruit because I'm diabetic, but I do a lot of nuts and seeds and vegetables. And that right there, and plenty of spring water. And if you don't like spring water, just drink distilled. Distilled means they boiled everything out of it. But you have to get the water in. When you hydrate your body from the inside, you won't have the problems with the tearing. You won't have the problems with the lubricant. You really won't. And I tell a lot of people, if you look at the lubricant, it says water-based lubricant. So if you're having sex with somebody and you keep a bottle of water there, just make sure it's warm and splash it on. It works just as well. And you don't have to worry about having all those toxins in your body as women. So water-based lubricant is the same. Men who do not like to wear condoms, I'm going to let out a secret. And I'm not going to tell where I got the secret from, and I'm not going to tell how I know this secret. But this is a secret. And I'm going to let this out for those men who feel like you don't want to wear condoms because of you can't feel it. Get some KY jelly. You want the water-based KY jelly. You want to, before you put your condom on, drop a single drop. One drop, that's it. You gotta hold it up to the light. So that means you shouldn't be doing that in the dark. Anyway, I'm not the dark type person. I think I just let out too much information. But you want to hold it up to the light and you want to put a drop in the condom. And then you put the condom on. I've been told, I'm not sure because I ain't a man, don't know, that putting that drop in the condom, it simulates the lubricant of a woman. So it feels like it feels like you're wearing nothing. But you have to keep checking and making sure, your condom don't slide off, all of that. But I want us to have an adult conversation. This is a conversation that people act like they're afraid to have. And it seems like everybody's having sex, but nobody wants to have an adult conversation about reproductive health, about sexual health. I don't care how old you are. Everyone wants love, wants to be loved. We are built as sexual beings. The only way to get here and be walking and talking on this earth is via sex. Hello. So even God knows it's a good thing because that's the only way people are allowed to reproduce. So what I'm saying is we have to make sure inside and out, hydrate. It's hot out here. Ladies, you cannot have sex when it's super hot and you haven't been drinking any water. It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. You have to get in at least half your body weight of water. Because if you're having sex and you haven't been drinking water, you're going to keep drying out. You got to keep using lubricant. I don't trust lubricants. I honestly don't. I don't know what's in them. So I will say, hey, this bottle of water is warm. Make sure you put it in a bottle warmer or something. Make sure it's not cold out the refrigerator. That's not a good thing. Or it's not been sitting somewhere cool. But you want a warm bottle of water. And if you have to, just drop that. I don't have that problem, but that's what I tell women to do. You have to get in your green food. As we age, the young women, the younger Lyne't could eat meat and cheese all day long. As I'm getting older, I have to get in my green food. I have to get in my flax seeds, and I don't do chia seeds because I just don't. But I love flaxseed, and I have to get in my flaxseed and my green smoothies. I'm not perfect. I do not eat a plate full of greens. I try to sit down and eat a salad. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So I bought a Vitamix, spent $400. Best investment I ever got. I bought what do they call it? A coffee grinder. I put my flax seeds in there and then grind them up before I put them in my Vitamix. So then they're ready to be ground up. The flax seeds create a gel-like substance and it lubricates. It's a lubricant. And I will say it once again, ladies, we've already had this talk. If you are not doing what we call female ejaculation, which people call squirting, they make it seem like it's a whole big old, oh, that's amazing. Every woman does it. Every single woman does it. And if your body does not do it, that tells you you have no control over your vaginal muscles. That also tells you that you don't know your body. Every woman, I've had this, that's what upset me the last time I did a video, was one of the women, and that's one of the women who's been wild ball fell out. I'm gonna stop. But they said they had never had an orgasm. I couldn't imagine living this long and never having an orgasm. I mean, but someone who I was talking to after the last video said, you can't miss it if you never had it. And I'm telling y'all missing out. Seriously, I am just here to have an adult conversation. We in 2018, we women in 2018 should not be living in the dark ages when it comes to our bodies. Another thing is a taboo subject. And people are like, oh no, I don't know why people are so afraid. But how will you know how a man's supposed to please you if you do not? I tell women, I have no problem. When I became divorced, I was not about to sleep with nobody until I was fully divorced. So you got to do something. And that's when I truly learned some things that we didn't even figure out in my divorce, in my marriage. And I was married for 18 years. That being said, you have to learn your body. If you're afraid to put a mirror down there, if you're afraid to touch and see what it feels like, you're not ready for sex. So stop having sex. Because sex is supposed to be about both people. I'm a bit selfish. Sex is about me. And it feels so good to me, it's going to feel good to you, whoever I'm sleeping with. Because he's going to be like, oh, wow, okay. I say that all the time. it's going to be about me, but it's going to feel so good to me that it's going to feel good to him. And I've never had any complaints about it. I don't have to do a whole bunch of tips and tricks and flips and do all kind of crazy stuff. I don't have to do that because I take care of myself on the inside. And ladies, when you take care of yourself on the inside, it's going to show in confidence on the outside as well. So that's what I'm telling you all. The story that what got this started, I got off the phone with somebody. I'm still not mature enough for this, but I had her go get Benoit balls. Ladies, the only place you can get them is online, not just at Amazon, but online, or at the different, what do they call these stores? Central stores, toy stores. I don't know what they call them. I just go. And I'm not ashamed to walk in and get anything I need. I'm not ashamed. And men, I'm up in there and the men come walking in and they like ashamed and want to be quiet and stuff. We're grown. We're adults. I know you're having sex. Why are you eyeballing me out the side of your eye like you don't want me seeing you? You walked into the store. I know you're in here to get something. So, but that's where I go get my Benoit balls. Many ladies prefer the stainless steel ones. I will only caution you against the stainless steel ones because the lady... Hold on. Okay. The lady I just got off the phone with was in a store. She had the Benoit balls inserted. She said they kept sliding down and she kept going to the restroom and pushing them back up and washing her hands. So she decided to walk around the store because her vaginal muscles are not tight enough to hold them up. And she had on a pair of shorts and a regular pair of underwear. One fell out the underwear and hit the ground. And a man picked it up thinking it's a ball bear. So we got to tighten it up, ladies. And I'm not saying tighten it up for a man. I'm saying tighten it up for health. If you're pregnant, men, if you're watching and you have a woman or fiance or girlfriend or wife who is pregnant, getting her some Benoit balls, getting her some jade eggs. Everybody should be, while I'm talking about this, if you got a tablet in front of you, if you have a computer in front of you, BENWA balls. See, I done lost my dang. I knew I was coming on here. And I had, y'all in luck. Here it is. I keep these kind. And yes, Daryl, you're right. I have to hide them because my sons will use these as marbles. And the only reason why I'm showing y'all these, because these are the ones I have inserted right now. I sleep with them. I walk around with them all day long. They come with a real pretty sack, and you can, and these are glass. And as y'all see, they're $15.99. So that's $16 for vaginal health. And I got these, y'all know where the drive-in is on 40 Highway? There's a store there. And I went in there because he's closest. So I always go in there and get different things. But they're discreet. No one knows you're wearing them. Ladies, look these up. And then it's called a Kegel egg. I tell women to only get the jade. But you have to study the jade. Know which jade you're getting. And I don't have my jade pulled out right now because that's for when I'm doing the weighted exercises. And I should have prepared for this video and taken those out so I can show you. But you have to know what jade you're using as well. You charge your jade in your full moonlight and stuff like that. I just believe in keeping the traditions of the elders. And my great grandmother charged hers in full moonlight and stuff like that. So, I mean, I just believe in the elders know what they're talking about. I've yet to hear something from an elder that wasn't true. Whether science tries to say it isn't or not, they turn around and come back and say they were telling the truth. So I showed you all one set of Benoit balls I have. And yes, they look like marbles. They really do. They look like really beautiful marbles. Those are those ones I just showed you. I think these are smaller size. Because I'm gotten so used to wearing them. And it doesn't have the size on here. Okay, these are 1/2 inch wide. So the 1 inch wide, I know they have bigger ones. They have 1 inch wide balls, and I think they might even have some even bigger for women who don't have the vaginal control. That being said, y'all, I just had to come on here and give y'all that and I'm going to keep promoting. They also have a website for vegans. Vegans, there's no need for y'all not to wear condoms. They have vegan condoms. They have vegan condoms for extra large sizes for men. Um, I say this: every store, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever, every store has 24 pack of condoms. If you know you're sexually active, just go get a 24 pack so that you won't be, you can carry, ladies, you can drop them in your purse, whatever. If I tell people, I have a 13-year-old, I've never had my tubes tied. Never, ever, ever had my tubes tied. And I have a 13-year-old. And the reason being was because my ex-husband did not want me to go through the surgery to get my tubes tied. And he didn't want to get a vasectomy after he saw like the complications to it. So we opted for using condoms. And a lot of people are like, y'all use condoms when y'all married. Well, it's better than letting people cut on you. And I still have all of everything, and everything still functions properly. So I will say this: we as adults need to start being careful. We need to start protecting ourselves. Ladies, you need to start having vaginal health. Men, if you have a woman, if you're sleeping with that woman, if that is your woman, your fiance, your wife, you owe it to her to go get her some. For those of y'all who just came in, I'm going to show y'all again. Y'all owe it to her. Please don't get the stainless steel, because y'all might pick it up. Men, y'all just might pick it up and think it's a ball bearing. Anyway, these are called Benoit balls. And no matter what people try to say, oh, those are those balls that Chinese women walk around so that they can get orgasms all day. Well, yeah, that's true. But you don't have to use them for that manner. You use them as you're walking around and you tighten up. You use them when you sit down and you stand up. You will know how strong your muscles are, women, because when you go to sit down and you're wearing them, when you stand up, them bad boys will fall out if you're not tight. You should be able to roll them up and roll them back down and roll them up and roll, and you'll feel them as you're doing your exercises. Men, it is imperative, and we are all adults, and I am saying this: we have to take care of each other's reproductive health. As you get older, you cannot eat everything you ate as a young child and still expect to be as the 80-year-old man who used to think I was his wife. He's telling me he's virile. You cannot expect to be, get older and be virile. And this man was vegan. He didn't eat eggs or cheese or none of that. He was vegan. And he was like, I'm very virile. And, he used to always say that. But all jokes aside, we are adults. We have to start taking care of ourselves. And for this woman, the woman who said she lost her Benoit ball, she's over 40 and has never had an orgasm. She's always faked it. Ladies, if you're faking it, you are as fake as a $2 bill. And ain't nothing about you real. You in no way should ever, because a man wants to please you. He wants to know that you are pleased. And if you are faking it with a man and got him thinking that he's pleasing you, you as wrong as two left shoes. You gypping yourself. You are really gypping yourself. You're coming out on the short. You're putting yourself on the short end of the stick. So that being said, hopefully you all got a little bit of education from this. Hopefully I wasn't too goofy, because I'm not mature enough to hear that somebody lost a Benoit ball and somebody in the store picked it up and said it's a really nice ball bearing. I'm done. I stick a fork in me. I'm done on that one. I'm the kind, I tell my kids stay out of my room, so they pretty much stay out of my room. They don't go in there and they don't bother anything. But I just want y'all to understand our reproductive health is very important. If it wasn't, we would be able to give birth to kids asexually. We would have people walking around here because we didn't have to. But I will tell the women, and I will tell the men who are in relationships right now, if you look to whatever woman you're with, I don't care if you're long term with this woman, if you plan on making something happen with her, you as a man, that should be a gift from you to her. Get her some Benoit balls. Start her out with 1 inch. If you, and the way you'll know is, I think I'm giving away too many secrets, but intimately, I can clamp down on a man and not let him go if I wanted to. If she cannot clamp down on you and you tell her, let me go, you got to literally tell her, let me go. You need to start out with the 1 inch balls and then move her down to the 1/2 inch. And yeah, but we should not be afraid to go into these stores that help us with reproductive health, because this stuff is so taboo. Everybody's walking around with this big secret that the older women are not telling the younger women. If you don't tighten it up, if you don't make it muscular, it's going to hurt. We all know muscle is tougher skin, so it makes it thicker. Muscle walls should be thick. It should be stronger. You should be able to manipulate with them. That being said, I'm going to get off of here because she just sent me a message. She said, F you, Lyne't. See, you done went on live. I'm not about to click you. She already know I was going to say something because I was laughing too hard. But I got to go back. I got to go back and comfort my sister, because this is, she's like, I don't understand. And now I can't do it because I only have 1 ball. You can still do it with 1 ball. Her balls are big enough. You can do it with 1. But ladies with babies, ladies who are pregnant, I done pushed out 6 babies natural birth. I can tell y'all that. Everything, I only did it because I kept everything tight. You have to keep everything tight. When you give birth, it's going to, now in the beginning, it's going to kind of hurt. So I would say probably about your 2nd or 3rd day is when you want to start inserting the balls and actually using your muscles again in your vagina. Maybe not insert the balls, just do regular Kegels to tighten those muscles back up. But anyway, men, that should be your gift to your woman just because. And women, that should be your gift to yourself just because. And single people and unfortunately married people who cheat, y'all ain't worth, I'm going to get off of that one. But regardless, if you're sleeping and you're not monogamous, or even if you are monogamous and just don't want any more kids, condoms are best. Men, I'm going to say the secret again. If you wear a condom, drop some KY jelly right in the tip of it, put the condom on, it's going to feel like you're wearing nothing. At least that's what I've been told. I'm not a man, so I don't know. Y'all let me know if that trick works. Y'all, if y'all don't want to put it on my Facebook page, y'all can inbox it to me. Lyne't, you were right. That trick works. But this is just something that I wanted to talk to everybody about. Hopefully everybody has a better sexual reproductive health from now on. And do not be afraid to take care of yourself. Don't say nothing, and when you see me, y'all will see me walk in and out of any of these stores around here. I'll be on Independence Avenue and Rays. I'll be on 40 Highway and midnight or whatever that is. I'll be over here at Cirilla's in Minnesota, in Atlanta, wherever. If I see a store, I'm stopping in and see what they got. I'm even trying to figure out if I can have the marble place make me some specialized ones. But I don't know, because I think marbles have a rough edge. I don't want that. God bless y'all. Y'all take care. Reproductive health is just as important as physical and mental and emotional health. God bless. Take care.